United are concerned, does Mourinho have any validity in his argument? Plainly, he was unhappy about the manner in which the referee made decisions today.
I thought it was a penalty. Unlucky not to get it, but the thing that would concern me, if I was in Jose's shoes, wouldn't be that. It would be the performance of the team.
So is that another deflective tactic that we'll all be talking about, him going to see the ref now, rather than a ordinary performance?
Well, let's see what he says in his press conference after the match, post press conference, because Manchester United were poor. I don't think they had any pace to the play. They passed it, they laboured. There was no energy when Southampton had the ball. I thought Southampton did all right till the final third. They passed it, but there was no. When you watch Man City, you see Manchester City shutting down or pressing the ball all over the pitch. Manchester United just didn't have any energy today, and I thought they were extremely disappointed.
What's Pogba thinking about here? This is going in, isn't it, if he doesn't touch it?
I think it's instinctive.
It looks like it's sneaking in, but he's not 100% sure.
Instinctive, or did he want to be a hero and win it?
I think anyone would have tapped it in, to tell you the truth. No, it's not good saying that, being me or anyone. If you're there, you want the glory.
Yes, of course.
And you think about that after.
Yeah. I think it's happened too quick as well.
Yeah. I think it was going in.
Not sure. I think it's going in.
Yeah, might just be sneaking in there. But he is offside. The linesman was right to stick his flag up. Probably just clipping the inside of the post and going in. And maybe Jose will, in his post-match interview, reflect on that and use it as a way of saying, well, we were unlucky, we should have had a penalty, but that would take away from what we saw tonight.
Burnley should have had a penalty, Andy, today.
Yeah.
You don't always get what you should have.
But what I'm saying is, Richard, this is Manchester United at home against a very poor Southampton side up to now this season, and yet United made them look good tonight, or they were able to look good tonight against United. So yes, this should have been a penalty, in my opinion. There's a lot of people who are saying it shouldn't have been.
No, it was 100% penalty.
I think it's a penalty.
Yeah. When you're playing Southampton or Manchester United, and that's the only incident, there's no urgency.
You shouldn't be relying on that. One shot on target, second half, in the 57th minute.
Yeah.
Second half.
Alex McCarthy came in goal tonight for Fraser Forster. They could have kept Forster in goal, because McCarthy made 3 saves the whole game.
What about his performance today, Pogba?
Not good. Anonymous. Second half particularly. Those are the type of games, if you're 95 million, 100 million, you've got to take those games against the smaller teams. The big teams, that's taken as a granted, but you've got to grab these games when you're struggling.
Why has he had to go and see the ref there? Is that a deflection?
Well, make a point maybe that he was going to talk to him about the penalty.
Just leave us, like I said, with something else to talk about, because he could wait, couldn't he? He could go in the tunnel and wait.
He never usually goes on the pitch unless he wants to make a point. I mean, and he's going to be doubly disappointed, because whoever the host broadcaster is, they've shown that, and now he's going to get a 3-match ban because of it. So he will be furious about that as well.
Well, again, I use Burnley as an example. Tarkowski's just got done for doing that to Glenn.
Correct. So he'll get a 3-match ban.
Hey, listen, I think Southampton had the best chance when De Gea saved with his feet.
Yeah.
From long.
So so you're looking at it, and like I say, with the ball and without the ball, Manchester United were poor today. No energy. No. When you're watching teams play and they're making inside runs, people getting in holes, people are coming off, people going in beyond. Nothing at all. I thought it was. Hey, listen, Manchester United, when the final whistle went, fans were left in the ground, let the feelings be known, and they're the ones you've got to convince.
Well, let's hear what Jose Mourinho has got to say about it all. Bang out of order when a team turns up at your place and doesn't want to play, isn't it? Although Southampton rather did more than United have arguably done at Anfield, for instance, and many other places under his
listen, there's an argument for
management,
for coaches and managers supporting us players in press conferences. I think sometimes you just say we didn't play well today. We didn't play well. I accept there might have been a penalty, but like I said before, my concerns would be the performance. I mean, it was average, to say the least, and I'd be more concerned about that than a referee's decision which arguably.
But he is the master. I come back to it. He is the master of deflection, isn't he? His post-match interview there, his behaviour on the pitch at the end, everything is designed to disguise what you're talking about, isn't it?
Well, you can't disguise the reaction of the Manchester United fans at the final whistle. That is the answer. I mean, so whatever Jose says in the press conference, and he is a very vastly experienced manager. The supporters, Manchester United supporters, know the true story about that.
It does come to something if you're hanging on to the hope that you should have had a penalty, and the referee got that wrong in the first half, Andy, inside the opening 30 minutes. Let's not forget.
That's no defence, Richard. The fact that they didn't get a penalty is no defence for how badly they played this evening. And I think what Manchester United fans are going to have to come to terms with, well, Jose Mourinho is their coach, is that in the same way that Pep Guardiola will never play a game of football or shape a team in the Mourinho way, Mourinho, I was going to say can't, but I don't know if I'd be doing him a disservice, because he has had some amazing football teams. His first Chelsea team, for instance, was terrific and entertaining. But he seems, as he's got older, he's become even more pragmatic in his outlook. And I don't think he wants to shape a team the way that City is. I don't think... I mean, I don't know if he could anymore. I don't know if he could. He certainly hasn't got the personnel in that Manchester United team to shape a team to be as attractive as Manchester City. He hasn't. So that would be another rebuilding job if he has to start doing that with what he wants. So I think United fans are going to have to get used to the Mourinho way if he stays. But I have to say that was not one of their better days. I don't know if they're a little fatigued, as everyone says they might be, over Christmas and New Year.
And Southampton weren't.
I know that, and that's a very valid argument. But I do think that
Southampton have made the trip, however they've done it. They've made the trip from the south coast to Manchester. This was Old Trafford. United were playing.
United have had 2 home games. Remember that, Burnley and Southampton, and they haven't won either of them.
Manchester United, Southampton were at Wembley playing Tottenham.
That's right.
And even though they got hammered, it's still a difficult game and massive pitch to get around. So
I think if the supporters, if you tell the truth sometimes, they'll appreciate. They might get behind him, but at the moment they're hiding things, saying this was just an average performance. And the supporters are knowledgeable.
Yeah, they are.
So basically, you've got to say, listen, we did not play well today, and sometimes you've got to hold your hand up.